Hi, it's Sheryl Mann with JuicingGardener.com, and I want to talk to you today about lawn cloth. Now, if you are making a container garden like I do, you know I've got my garden fenced in to keep all the deer and the rabbits and the gophers and the moles. That's why I'm doing container gardening. And I have it all fenced in, so I use a lawn cloth on the ground for weed control, right? Well, I have, this is my second year of the garden, and I have 4 great tips for you today on how you can not make the same mistakes I made and to do it properly. First off, get the thickest lawn cloth that you can. Got the sun behind me, I can't see. The thickest lawn cloth that you can, and I'll have a link down below for you to get the best one from the Juicing Gardener store. Get the thickest one, and then also overlap it way bigger than you think you'd want to. My other garden, let's see where I have it overlapped right here. Okay, I did it about 3-4 inches. The other garden, even though I overlapped it this much, weeds are just pouring out in the seams between the two. So I would overlap it like a foot or more. And you use these like lawn staples, which I don't have with me, but they're about the size of my fingers right there. Just little metal staples, and you just stick them in the ground and stand on them with your foot, and that's what holds them down. So overlapping them is number 2. Number 1, get the thickest ground cloth you can, lawn cloth or lawn fabric, it's called both, that you can. Number 2 is overlap quite a bit. Number 3, I would actually, now that you see all the weeds I have, these are just coming up through the lawn fabric, which I did not expect. The weeds are so strong, they're just popping right through. You can see everywhere. There are not any holes. There weren't any holes or places that I missed. It's just growing and pushing through. All those weeds in the corner, they're all coming through the lawn cloth. So now, knowing what I know, I would actually do double layer. Even though it costs more, I would much rather have spent that little bit of extra money than being down on my hands and knees pulling all these weeds, which is what I'm going to have to do to get this garden cleaned up. And then number 4, you can see all the weeds I have along where I can't mow, along the fence. See that? I'm going to get a better view for you. I took the lawn cloth right up to the edge of my fence. What I would do differently is I would take it out like a foot or 2, at least a foot beyond my fence. Okay, because I didn't have anything outside the fence there. And I'd push those staples in the ground so it's really secure, and then mow right up next to that. That way I wouldn't be having all this jungle of weeds that I have right now along the fence. See how tall they are? So that's what I would do. And I guess I'll give you a bonus tip of number 5. I would use a lot more staples to hold the fabric down than you think you need. Because in my other garden up here, actually, I'm going to take you up and show you, because this is where I've been doing all my planting. Sorry for the wiggling here. I've been doing all my seedling planting, and it's been wet here, and I've been standing in this mud right here where it overlapped. This is all just slippy, slidey mud right here, and I keep trying to repin it, and it doesn't work, so I've been like almost slipping and falling while I'm sitting here doing all my seedlings. So that's the number 5 tip, is I would put way more of those staples. Let's see if I have one to show you. I don't think I do. I just put a couple more in yesterday. They got kind of rusted, and see, it's all bunched up here. This all came undone because I didn't use enough staples. You can see the hole right there where the staple is in the ground, but it popped through. Let's see if you just barely see that little hole right there. So I would use way more staples. So let's see if I can remember all 5 of them. Get thickest lawn cloth you can. Overlap way more than you think you would need to, like at least a foot. Double layer it, even though it costs more money. And then you can see the weeds out there. I don't have as bad of weeds up here, but take the cloth at least a foot farther than the fence and staple it in. And then number 5 bonus tip is use way more staples than you think you need for the ground cloth to hold it in. Okay, that's my tip for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, and share it with your gardening friends. We'd sure appreciate it. And if you have any tips on using lawn cloth, or what you would do to put on the ground, or how you would handle weeds in a container garden like this, please go down in the comments and let us know. All right, see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.